Hello everyone, welcome to a new day here at the Hearthstone Cast channel. Today we're going to be having a look at a best of 7 played between Trap in the bottom right spawning as the red Protoss player and Zest in the top left as the blue Protoss player. Yeah, a little bit of a first map here on Romanticide. Both players are scouting early. Double gates coming up. What's happening with the observing? Trap and Zest are two guys who I respect a lot in PvP. Zest is one of those dudes that just seems to win very easily. He just does some things and walks across the map and kills you. And very often I really have no clue how or why it happens. So it's always fun if you get some replays of this dude. You know, it's just brilliant. He has such solid mechanics. He is so good at knowing when to attack. His unit movement, his micro is all absolutely fabulous. So I'm curious to see what his plans are going to be, as we see both players opening up with a Stalker. And we'll most likely be going into either two more Stalkers or into Sentry. We'll see about that. Third pylon is going down on the low ground for both players here to potentially get a battery there, or just for a quicker warp in later on in the game if one of their bases is under attack. It's nice, of course, to be able to warp in on that low ground. Yeah, start the music as well, might as well, right? We see Sentry coming out here for Zest. It's going to be Sentry Nexus, I assume. And on the other hand, we have Stalker. Ooh, finishes this pylon. Alright. It's not actually that great of a start for Zest. It's a little bit expensive. It's okay to finish a pylon if you're playing against either Adept or Sentry Stalker. But against Stalker, it's not actually that useful. As we see, wait, what's happening here? Oh, he's not actually expanding. And Zest is not going to find it out until very, very late. What is this? Is this a 3-gate? Is it? Oh, he already has a 3rd gate going up. Oh, wow. Alright. So it's going to be 6 Stalkers plus a 3 Stalker warp in. We do the quick math there. That's 9 Stalkers. Pylon in the typical pylon position. Might even add a 4th gate here, but that's a little bit unlikely. This pylon, is it in time? I think it's, yeah, just in time. Just gonna be in time. If that would have died, that would have been massive. Because then he doesn't know if he needs to warp in further units. As a Protoss, you never want to warp in gateway units because it tends to delay your further attack. The fact that Zest is warping this in shows extreme caution. Just extreme caution here in this situation. 3 Stalkers are joining up. There is 2 more on the way. It's gonna be 9. He will be capable of 2-shotting Stalkers through the battery as well, I believe. So let's have a look here. Oh, goes for the first Sentry. Second Sentry. Yep, that's 1. Gets another one. I don't think he'll be able to 2-shot now. Needs to go back because... Oh! Actually gets it. Okay, this is just it, no? Zest is in a world of trouble right now. He does not quite have the gateway count here to deal with this. Super battery is doing work. It's about to end now, and Zest says, hey, can't I just walk straight up here? And can't I just kind of win the game? Builds a battery on the low ground as well. Is gonna get the final 2 Stalkers. Gets the Sentry, and GG. Holy crap, a 4-minute and 33-second game. Quick 3-gate here coming out of Trap. Absolutely destroying Zest in game number 1. Alright, game number 2 here is going to be played on Oxide, which is a map where 1-gate expand is king. You see Zest opening. No, neither player is going to go for a quick scout. I'm not entirely surprised by that. Quick scout after pylon is not very useful. It's just going to cost you a little bit of money. We see Zest keeps his probe at home. There's no pretending that he's going to be able to get any more minerals. And I think his gateway, as a result, is going to be slightly faster. Yep, there we go. About a second and a half. I mean, this isn't going to make a difference, or it shouldn't make a difference, but still important to note. We have this probe moving across the map here for Trap, who... I mean, after that game 1, he's got to be feeling pretty happy. Not only did he win, but he also gives a signal to Zest. It's like, hey, like, don't mess with me, buddy. I'm crazy. I can do whatever I want, you know? And that's sometimes just even more important. Of course, the game win is big, but in a best of 7, just showing your opponent in game 1 that you can switch it up like that you can pretend to take a Nexus with that probe, but instead just going for those 3-gate aggressions. And, I mean, it worked beautifully, honestly. It worked like a freaking train, if the train works well. It's terrible. It's not an analogy. We have a core going down for both players here, as we see Trap actually having 2 probes down. Surprises me. It's going to cost him a little bit of money. Chasing that probe of Zest around. Second pylon is in the corner. Is Zest aware of that? No, he's not. He could be suspecting something like a proxy Stargate at this point, as both players are starting their Zealots here. You see Trap trying to block the natural at least. Of course, it's always possible to cancel a Zealot, cancel a Probe, and then build a Nexus. But both players do end up blocking each other, and we won't be seeing a Nexus before the Zealot is out. So, extremely similar opener here from both players. As now we see the first difference. We see Adept Stargate against Sentry. Nothing. Third pylon, I guess, is going to be the investment here. I mean, Nexus timing is going to be very, very similar. I like the second gateway here. Do I like the second gateway here? Do I like the second gateway here? I don't know if I like the second gateway here. I spoke too soon, I think. The reason why I'm not sure... Ooh. So Deb's making across the map. The reason why... okay, I like and I don't like this second gateway. For the simple reason that... Wouldn't you want a faster Nexus? And second of all, this is a gateway that is only going to be used as a wall. It won't be able to produce a unit before Warp Gate finishes. Like, he just won't have the money for that. Needs to be kind of careful, actually. He's gonna have to cancel that. Yeah, he is. Oh! Barely in time. Careful. Oracle is being created. No chrono boost on that. We have a little bit of a supply block here for Zest. That's kind of bad. It's gonna cut in his worker count. He's already down 2. He's gonna go down even further here. You have double battery on the way for Zest. One in the natural, one in the main. The one in the natural... Whoa, oh, he's actually gonna get a Stalker pre-warp gate. Okay, okay. I dig it. I actually do dig that. You know what? I do dig that. I'm not seeing a hallucination scout, even though he's a crap ton of energy, huh? Surprising. Okay, this is a bad finish out of Zest in my opinion. He's gonna end up getting a single probe, loses the adept. Is not a trade that you would want, especially if you're following this up with double Oracle. Having an adept around is going to be pretty useful. Oracle is making his way across the map. We see a probe going across the map. So I'm not sure what that guy is for. He snipes the sentry, that would be a good start. I mean, by no means game over, but this is going to really kind of endanger the scouting here for Trap. Like, the Trap now needs to rebuild a sentry, which is annoying and it's costly gas-wise. And the sentry will need to get more energy, etc, etc. So, nice little start here for Zest, actually. And we see the blink timings being very similar. We see 4 gates. Actually, no, this is 3 gate. 4th gate goes down now. I can just predict these things. Okay. I thought he already had 2 gates, but of course he doesn't. He's going to be going into a 4-gate blink. Double Oracle is here as well to potentially do some extra damage. Kind of like this position here for Zest, honestly. For the simple reason that Trap won't have any info for such a long time. And okay, here go the probes. That's 1, that's 2, that's 3, and that's 4. So my count is a little bit delayed, but that's fine. See some Stalkers being warped in. Right now, Stalker count is 3 against 6. Don't forget, with the threat of 2 Oracles being around, you're always going to need to leave at least 2 Stalkers into your main base. Oh my god, it's gonna go in again. Complete misstep here by Trap. It's gonna end up losing, what, 4? 5 more workers? How many did he lose in total? He lost 10 workers in total, right? So 3 more workers, 4 more workers go down there. Loses, was that both sentries? He lost 3 sentries so far. Oh my god. So once again, no scouting. Trap foolishly taking the 3rd base. But I can't even complain about it because it makes sense. You do want to get a 3rd base at some point. But not when you're getting 4-gate all-in by Zest. Or all-in. Yeah, this is an all-in. This is heavy, heavy pressure. We see another big cut in workers. Small supply block. Blink has finished up. And he's just going to blink into the main base. And what does Trap has? And the answer is 4 less Stalkers and no Oracles. So, I mean, there's not even blink yet here. There's no blink yet. Stasis wards are being created. 1 Stalker went down already on the side of Trap. He is slightly supply blocked as well. We're going to see some blink down micro, but Trap is not even going to try anymore. He says, okay, I can't actually defend this. He sees he's too far down and he taps out. GG, as Zest takes game number 2 in this best of 7. Alright, everyone, here we go. Game number 3 in this best of 7. Top left, spawning as the red tool is going to be Trap. Bottom right will be Zest, of course. Both players with some rather aggressive playing, managing to take 1 game each. Score is going to be tied. For now, this game will make a difference in that. Unless they draw, of course. Then they'll have to replay the map. But I hope they don't draw, actually. I don't really... Well, I don't mind a draw. It's hard to get a draw in PvP though, honestly. Like, it'd have to be a really weird scenario where one player is like camping a ramp and neither player has money. And then the one guy's like on top of the ramp with like 2 buildings and you can't go on the ramp. That's the only thing I can really imagine. But otherwise, draws are just so unique. So uncommon in PvP. I think I might have had one against max specs in my life, but not many else. Alright, both players scouting after gateway, wanting to make sure that neither player is doing some type of one gate expand or nexus first, or basically anything that could give an economical lead. Good block here coming out of Zest, managing to block that second gateway out of Trap, who will now need to build it up here. Something that Zest here should have done. Oh no, if he goes here, he can actually block that Cybercore, and the Cybercore might have to be built over here. I'm not even sure if this pylon reaches that. I think it might just barely though. Small error there coming out of Zest. Could even blocked it with a pylon in theory, right? Wouldn't have been bad. I would like that. See that this Cybercore is actually slightly faster for Zest by about 30 HP. Should be about a second and a half or so. Should be about a second and a half. And now the first big clue or the first big thing is going to be like who, or what are the first 2 units that both players will once again opening up with Stalker as the start here. See Zest taking a little bit of damage on his probe. The other hand we have Trap taking actual some real damage here on his probe. Neither player will be able to get a pylon block off. As we see. Oh, maybe I spoke too soon. I think yeah, Zest is gonna go for the ramp plus Nexus location and might end up finishing that. We see Sentry Stalker coming out of Zest. I actually thought there was Stalker for him. My apologies there. Trap now is playing Stalker, Sentry. Zest again finishes it. This time I don't mind it as much though, because he's getting such a fast Nexus himself. He's keeping this vision. Oh my god, Trap, what are you doing here? You sneaky little man, you. What are you doing? This third, what was that? 4th pylon actually. Going down, perhaps for 2 adepts. Possible. Could also be for a Dark Shrine, of course. Also a real possibility, but we see Twilight Council going down for Trap right now. And the faster Scout here for Zest. Zest is gonna see, hey, oh, he said, hey, what's going on? 2 Stalkers will try to deny this little vision party, but just not quite good enough at that. Twilight, Forge, I think Zest will be able to... Did he spot that Forge as well? Didn't manage to see the Forge, but... I mean, it looks relatively standard here. It throws down his own Twilight and Forge, and I bet the first 2 units we're going to see warped in here are going to be 2 adepts. There we go. Starting to take shape here. Nice movement out of Zest though, with that Stalker forward. Making sure that if something comes from the right side, he'll be able to spot it very rapidly. Weird shade, but I guess he isn't aware that there is a Stalker here. Both players at relatively even supply. I think Zest has a small lead right now, but nothing too big. Oh my god. The Trap actually kind of managed to dodge that. There's not enough units here to clear this. What? He didn't get the block off. Oh my god, this is going to cost him 5-6 workers. 3 workers going down immediately. Worker 4, worker 5, and... oh my god, 3 force fields being used, 4 force fields being used. There is 4 sentries, so he still will have 1 hallucination, but 5 workers. We see 2 more adepts going in now as well. This is actually not enough units to deal with 2 adepts, I think. You're just gonna lose. Oh, that's a free probe here. Zest is gonna end up losing. This is so frustrating. Needs to warp in 2 extra Stalkers right now. Oh, okay. No finish there. And now we have the move out coming out of Trap. He wants to make a play. He sees the complete lack of units. He's like, wait, if I can shade either on top of your sentries, or maybe you can just get these two Stalkers, that would be something. There's no vision here for Zest. Zest is moving up. How does Zest know this? How did he manage to get these sentries? What did he see? How did he figure this out? Gets a sentry for free. Sure, he's gonna end up losing these 2 Stalkers, but he gets 1 adept for it. He gets 1 sentry as well. This could have been and probably should have been so much worse, but ends up kind of okay for Zest, where he's still behind, he's still not in a great spot, but his Nexus timing is okay, as long as he doesn't just straight up die here. I think he will be fine. Problem being that Trap has slightly faster Blink, and we have 6 Stalkers with Blink against 4 Stalkers without Blink. Hallucination heading in towards the main base. There's decent main base vision here for Zest. There's a couple of units nearby. Blink is about to finish up for him as well. Here come the 4 Stalkers, here come the 4 Stalkers. When will Zest see it? Zest sees it now. What is the response time? Response time is a little bit too long. Is there a recall? There is no recall in the main. There is a recall in the natural, but it is not being used. As Trap's already getting 3-4. He's gonna get too many workers here. Why is Zest not moving back? What is Zest doing? This is one of the slowest responses I've seen in a long time. 8 workers going down. Now we see the recall. This Stalker will fall as well. 2 Stalkers for 9 workers though. That is now 35 against 48. We have 3 more gateways on the way here for Trap, who's gonna be going up to 6 gateways. Scouts his own ramp and sees a bunch of Stalkers there. Nah, if Zest tries to blink in here, he's just gonna get absolutely blasted. There's no way this works. There's just no way that works. See an Immortal being chrono boosted out. Trap right now in a hurry to get as many units out as he possibly can. Doesn't lose that sentry. Good micro coming out of the red Protoss player. And here we have that rotation. Will Zest be able to do what he wants? He has a lot of Stalkers, but so does Trap. Trap has an Immortal. Trap has that defender's advantage with the quick warp ins close by, with that battery as well. And this is looking very, very rough right now for Zest. I mean, Zest is down 12 workers. He's down 6, 700 income a minute. Charges on the way. Trap's so confident he's already building a prism, but Zest says, I don't care if you're building a prism. Like, I need to go. I need to kill you right now. Prism is going to be useful, of course, with that Immortal micro. Right now, Trap has an almost equal amount of gateway units and just is up an Immortal. Oh, this might be kind of scary, though. He still needs to be careful. I mean, there's no battery in the natural. The gate is gonna fall. Charge is about to finish up in the 2.5 seconds. Come on. Trap, this is not the engagement you want, actually. This Immortal hasn't shot once. It has 0 kills. It has 0 shots. I mean, this still looks good for Trap. Don't get me wrong. Okay, this still looks good for Trap. But he lost 5 workers at this point. Maybe Zest can start building workers himself. Can he? I mean, he could. There's no +2 on the way. There's really... The timer that was on him before isn't quite as big anymore, for whatever reason. You see there's a Zealot going down. His Stalker count has grown. His opponent is on a more passive army. 1 Stalker there goes down. Good micro out of Zest here with this setup. I mean, there's some assets here. There's some liability to that position, but I don't think this is the way forward. Zest blinks for it, kills 1 Immortal. He's gonna go for Stalker, but way over firing. Just getting way too many Stalker shots on that single Stalker. That's actually gonna hurt him. He wanted to go for an Immortal, but realized the Prism was there. Now can't one-shot that anymore. Decides it's time to tap out, as the Immortals of Trap are just a little bit too powerful, and Trap takes the lead 2 versus 1. Game number 4 of this best of 7. It's both players once again 1 gate expanding. Pillars of Gold, of course, very similar to Oxide with that ramp layout into the natural. So both players with the Gateway Scout trying to open 1 gate expand, and will most likely end up managing to do that once they get the Zealot out. Oi, 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 oi. This is going to be something. This is going to be something. Both of them playing extremely aggressive in these past few games, and I love to see it way more aggressive than these European clowns like Harstem, who just tends to sit back and try to go into disruptors like an afraid loser. But these guys, they have some real power, you know. They just go bang, 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 don't care about the consequences. They go in, and they kill stuff, and I love to see it. Cool moves, and lots to learn here for everyone involved. So we have a little bit of probe harass. Here, sometimes you can try to cancel the Zealot and like cancel 2 of your probes and bang, bang, quickly throw down your Nexus with the timing out of both players. The golden time is around like 154, 153, where this is possible. It's not possible before that. So if you go down by like 155, or if you're down there at like 155, 154, usually you're fine. And both players showing a great knowledge of the matchup and doing that appropriately. Once again, Zest opening up with that Stargate. Last time he opened up Stargate, he completely blasted his opponent. Also opened up with an Adept back then. And during that game, Trap opened up with Zealot Sentry. Now this time it's going to be Zealot Stalker, as we see. What do we see actually? What is the play here, my friend? Like what are you planning on doing? He's gonna move across the map. Okay. That's interesting. That actually is relatively interesting. I like that. Trap is gonna throw down a Nexus. He follows this up with a Sentry or just with a straight Twilight. There's two options here. Gateway. Okay. Sentry, Gateway, Twilight? I guess is the answer there from... Oh no. Oh no. This is 2 Stalker versus 2 Stalker, and Trap is losing this 2 Stalker versus 2 Stalker. He's getting owned here. This isn't just losing, he's getting owned. He's getting blasted. He's getting shoved. Dish. Out of the way, said Zest. 2 Stalkers. Void Ray is on the way here. Full walling. Oh, this probe is so important. This probe is so important. There's no battery yet here. He's gonna move into the main base because he's preparing for an Oracle. Little does Trap know it's not an Oracle he has to be afraid of. Trap should be afraid of the Void Ray. The Void Ray man. What was that? What? What is happening here? What is Zest doing? Build a pylon here and cancel it. Builds another one. I mean, here comes the scout now. Why is Zest taking his sweet little time? I just don't understand that. Why is he broadcasting that he has 2 Void Rays by standing in the hallucination path? This should have been way better hidden. This should have been way better hidden. We see 3 batteries go down immediately. 2. I think a 3rd would be on its plate. Yes. Okay, let's go for a 2nd pylon. Also fine. Also fine. He's getting a Dark Shrine legendary call here. So right now there's a massive timer on Zest, and Zest isn't even aware of that. Zest thinks that he can just chill here. He can just get his batteries up. He can just do damage with his Void Rays. Gets the first Stalker for free. Starts targeting down this Cybercore, which usually is the correct call. But right now we have a little bit more haste behind our actions here, Zest. But Zest, of course, not aware of it. Is going to try to target down the gateways. If he gets both gateways, of course, there will be no room for a... ooh, need to be careful. Will be no room for a Dark Templar warp in. Good control out of Trap. Needs to be super careful though. No. Trap. This isn't it. Okay, good super battery activation there. Still has 1 force field remaining. Will be able to use that when he pleases. We have another gateway coming up. This is a good play here coming out of Zest. Realizing he doesn't need to build the Cybercore quite yet. Gateways have priority. He does end up rebuilding it right now. We have 3 gateways on the way. 2 on the natural, 1 in the main base, 2 in the main base. DT is about to finish up though. As this gateway goes down. If this gateway cannot get a warp in though, I think Trap might actually be in a world of trouble. This might be going into base trade scenario here. This is a full wall, but a DT will be a real possibility. There's no anti-air whatsoever though. I think Trap just dies anyway. Here. Oracle can be created. There is a full wall at home, which can be reinforced, perhaps even with a forge. I mean, there just isn't any anti-air here. Zest just kind of moving around with his DTs. He's doing the dance. He's doing the shmoney dance. Ay. 11 workers going down already. First Oracle popped. And that Oracle is going to end up popping a couple of these DTs, I can tell you that much. Or at least reveal them to the world. Say, hello my friend, I am here. Makes you wonder if Trap perhaps should have, instead of going for that Dark Shrine, just added a 3rd gate faster. Maybe even a Forge, try and get some cannons up. But these calls are so hard to make, and you already invested in the Twilight. You don't want that investment to go to waste. So I do empathize with that decision, but it ends up being the complete incorrect decision. Completely incorrect. We have Zest just A-moving his way to victory here. GG gets called. And Zest wins game number 4, once again tying up this series 2-2. Entering game 5 of this best of 5. Entering game 5 of this best of 7 here between... What is Trap doing? Wait, what? Did he want to low ground expand? He can't be looking for probes. Even if he sent the first probe, it wouldn't even be on the other side yet. Huh. I wonder what his plan was there. Is this a forge maybe? Are you seeing some forgey plays? Is this a 4G player, Zest? No, this is a gateway. We don't. Yeah. Okay, just a standard opener here from both players. I don't. For some reason, I was expecting something really cheesy. When I saw that weird probe thing, it's such an odd move and another character. It would have worked though. If he would have gone for 1 gate expand, he would have gotten the 1 gate nexus up, which is such a big thing. If you get that nexus up without it getting blocked, it is good, even on non-oxide or non-pillars maps. So Zest taking a little bit of a risk here, and Trap almost managing to capitalize on it, but actually changing his mind last second. Also possible that Trap forgot for a second he was playing PvP. Sometimes within a series, in like game 4 or 5, I'm like, wait, is this PvP or PvZ? And you just automatically go down. It's like if you're not paying attention properly. So perhaps some issues there with the focus. Okay, where's this probe going? What are we doing, Mr. Zest? Hey, Mr. DPG Zest. Build a proxy for us. He's not cheesing. But perhaps he is. Stargate position, right? Feels like Stargate, looks like Stargate, smells like a Stargate. Guess what, guys? It's going to be a freaking Stargate. So you have a little bit of a probe chase. This probe is moving away. Will be able to survive. We have Stalker, Stargate. Oh my god, of course it's a Stargate. So we have something cheesy after all. Sentry Stalker coming out of Trap. How happy are we with this? If we're Trap, Sentry Stalker against Stargate first. Like, this is gonna be an Oracle, right? Oh, if he finds it, that'd be huge. That'd be huge. Oh, that'd be brilliant. Oh, he's gonna find it. That is actually kind of big. That is a big deal. His opponent is not getting Adept to Depth, so getting damage on with this will be difficult. It will be difficult. Trap scouts it, but doesn't reveal that he scouted it. Okay, sees that there's an Oracle building initially. Nexus. Stalker. He sends his probe down. Okay, maybe for a proxy gateway. It is possible to go into a 3-gate behind this. No? Was he looking for a trap? What are you looking for, Trap? What are you? The 2 more sentries? Okay. Chrono boost on that warp gate. Does make me a little bit suspicious of his motives. What does he want to do? Is this a dead sentry? No, it's not a dead sentry. Here comes the hallucination. Sees Stalker Twilight. Realizing it was single Oracle. By the Twilight Council timing, you can figure that out. Sees the complete lack of warp gateway units. Oh no, Zest. If Zest goes here and finds this, that would be a huge deal. He has no pylon on the low ground. Build his 3rd pylon over here, which you kind of need to in case your opponent is building oracles. Zest is gonna find this, but it's a little bit too late. He has nothing at home. He has nothing at home. Is he gonna hallucinate Stalkers as well? There is an hallucination ready on one of the sentry. The 2nd sentry also has an hallucination. Perhaps 1 force field and 2 hallucinated Stalkers will be the answer here. 5 Stalkers against 4 Stalkers. But there's also 3 sentries. There is an Oracle on the side of Zest, but not for long. This Oracle goes down. This is not the greatest fight here for Zest, who has absolutely nothing left over at this point. He's gonna... Oh no, he's gonna lose every single thing. GG. Another game that lasts about 4 minutes and 20 seconds. As Trap puts himself on match point here in this best of 7. Alright, fellas, game number 6 here. And we're playing Oxide once again. So I think there's some weird veto system where you veto 2 maps and then both players get to pick 1 map in the end. Not quite sure how that works, but this is the 2nd time we're playing Oxide. And the last time I'm pretty sure Zest won this map, no? Did Zest win this map? Was that with the Blinken into the main base? Was that this map? I think it might have been, yeah. That Oracle, double Oracle opener. Let's see if we're going to see something similar here coming out of Zest. So far, both of the times he opened on the 1-gate expand maps with a Stargate, he convincingly won the game, both on Pillars and on Oxide. His only 2 wins, and whenever it goes into a 2-gate versus 2-gate scenario, he seems to struggle a little bit more in that early game. As Trap, just kind of with some cheesy, tricky builds, takes out Zest, honestly with relative ease. Except I guess the Lightshade game was different, but even there it was 2 adepts that did a lot of damage. We have what? Assimilator in the main base. Double assimilator on the way here for Zest, who is gonna scout his opponent as well and see very little gas mining. Both players mining as little gas as possible. Single probe mining gas. Not quite brilliant. Both players having a good position on this pylon. Not only spotting this area, which is difficult to spot, but also for potential Stargate hiding, stuff like that. It's always cute to see. Zealot should come down here for both players. Yep, there we have it. And like I said, that 155 timing is the one where you want to be down once again on that low ground to try and figure out like, hey, what is going on here, buddy? What is going on here? Can I block that? Yep, there we go. 150 is even a bit earlier. Oh, Trap gets the Nexus down. This is a big deal. This is a big deal. Trap probably cancelled like a probe earlier than I usually expect. Cancelled the Zealot, cancelled the probe, and now Zest is in trouble. He's gonna get a pylon in the main base? No way, right? I mean, this is too obvious. No way. Do you get a second gateway in that case? I think you do for double adept weapons, no? Nah, there's no way. There's no... Oh yes, there is a way. He doesn't see it when he goes up. Oh no. This is a huge issue for Trap. If this pylon doesn't get spotted, and 2 gateways finish on the side of Zest, what in the world is Trap gonna do? Like, he's just gonna lose 10 workers, 8, 7 workers, because the adept will just barge in. And oh man, it's so close as well, which makes it even more frustrating. It makes it even more frustrating. We now have a stalk. What is happening here? Holy crap! What is this? A single stalker fighting 2 sentries will be able to get 1, gets a second. Oh my god, are you joking, Zest? What a failure of a game so far for him. Oh no, the adept gets in. This is it. Well, this is not it, but this is awful. It's gonna end up losing what? 2 sentries? Loses 3 more workers? And he didn't even kill the stalker. Sentry's making its way across the map still because of a bad rally. 4. Okay, he's gonna again only get 4. I think he could have gotten more, most likely. Watch this stalker accidentally move onto the high ground. Ah, okay. Not quite the case. Robo being built right now. Here comes the double adept. Okay, this could still be a big deal. He needs to kill 7-8 workers though. 7-8 workers for it to be an even game. Here we go, here we go. What you do is you move in, and you shade. You move in and you shade. You take this path, you take this path. Single stalker weapon, okay. No, he's taking the wrong path, he's taking the wrong path. That's 2. Okay, he's gonna need way more than... No! Split shots and a surround. Split shots and a surround. Oh, huge error here by Zest. Only getting 5. Should have been at least 7 or 8. Should have been at least 7 or 8. Oh, no. Has 2 more coming up though. 2 stalkers on the low ground as well. These 2 might be able to get it done. These 2 might just be able to get it done. There's only 3 units on the low ground. Is he gonna finish? No, Zest, what are you doing? Oh no, such poor shading so far by Zest, who probably should have gotten 15 workers at this point, but is struggling to get 9, gets 1 more here. Do we have a double extra warping? No, we have batteries in front of the base. I mean, this might actually work. This... Oh, big move command coming out of Trap. It's gonna end up killing 1 stalker for free, loses 1 stalker, so it wasn't exactly free. And just lost 1 stalker then, and traded a stalker. Battery will go down, no cancel, I think. 700 minerals out of Zest. That's not macroing this very well. We have no probe production. We have no Nexus on the way. That is definitely an issue here, as we see no blink for Zest, right? No blink for Zest. We have no blink for Zest. We have blink for Trap. And the longer this game goes on, the better it will become for Trap. The only problem he has is that his ramp is not quite secure yet, and he might lose the Cybercore, meaning he can't warp in any more stalkers, which might be an issue in the future. For now, though, oh, Trap. I still like Trap's position, honestly. And I just like Trap's position because Zest, for whatever reason, is not building workers. If Zest had 16 workers mining here right now, which could have been completely possible, this position would be fine for Trap. Or for Zest, excuse me. He'd have like a soft contain on his opponent. We see 2 adept shading into the main base. There is blink, however, and that's gonna cost. That's gonna cost, okay. Stalker is about to, or Immortal's about to finish up. These two adepts will be able to get 2-3 more kills. Oh, another miss shot there. Coming out of Zest, only going to be able to get 2 workers rather than the 3. Zest showing some fantastic micro, but with this sentry now here, double force fields is a possibility. Are we going to see it? Yes, single force field. And kind of using his Zealots and Stalkers as a force field here. Trap somehow, some way is making a defense. Also, opponent is continuously floating 400 minerals. Zest not macroing this well enough, honestly. It's what an error by him. He's still in an okay position. He has a Stalker lead. He's not down in bases. He's not down in upgrades. He's up in workers, but this situation should have been so much better than what it currently is, that I almost feel like that Trap kind of counts this as a win. Trap almost counts this as a win. We have a Dark Shrine on the way here for Trap as well. We have no Robo. Zest thinks he's really far ahead, but why does he think that? Why does he believe he's very far ahead? Prism on the way here. These two adepts need to do something big, okay? Not only do they need to scout, they also need to probably do a little bit of damage. No third base yet here. 79 supply Zest is just ahead, honestly. Once his blink finishes, he's gonna be in a good position. What do these two guys see? They miss it. They miss it. They miss it. They miss it. They just barely miss it. Now blink is about to finish up. We see Trap sending this prism around. Here we go. One more attempt coming out of Zest. Once again, doesn't see it. There is no detection here for Zest, who's moving out on the map. He is 3 base versus 2 base. He is in the process of getting attacked by DTs, but he wants to get aggressive. He's getting a robotics facility. Perhaps it's possible. This prism still takes a while to get around, and perhaps we might even... Now we're not going to see a recall here. We're not going to see a recall. 2 of these adepts are going to finally see that there is a Dark Shrine. They are going to see that there's a Dark Shrine. Immediately warps his sentry in the wall. Correct call. What he doesn't know is that there's also a prism heading towards the main base. The Dark Shrine finished up. We see 2 DTs being warped in at home. This is going to be a base trade, and I don't see how Trap will end up winning this unless he kills every single worker with this DT. I think Zest can just move... Oh, good force field. Oh no. Can he warp in more DTs? No, Trap is supply blocked. Trap is supply blocked. However, it gets down. It gets down. We get 1 force field. We get 1 force field. Okay. Probes are falling. He should be moving his probe probably towards his 3rd base. Yes, this is fine. This is completely fine here. We have this observer on the way. The upgrades are getting better now for Trap, who's getting +1. There's no mining here for Zest. Zest has no gas either, but he has so many minerals in the bank. If he can just spend his freaking money, he's going to be completely fine. He's going to be up a base. He's losing Stalkers on the left side, though, to the Stalkers that finally have blink as well from Trap. This is painful. Why is Zest moving out on the map right? What? Is this a rage quit? What is this? He has so much money in the bank. He has a fine work account. A little bit down in upgrades. He completely misread this game. Oh, he must have been really tilted by the DTs and the Stalker. He is completely fine, guys. This is not over by any stretch of the imagination at all. He has a 3rd base done already. His opponent just started. He's probably ahead. If I got to pick which situation I want to play, I'm not sure if I pick Zest, but I think I'd be fine with both. I'd be okay with both. There's not a lot of infrastructure either here for Trap. I mean, Trap wins the series 4-2. Congratulations to him, but a bunch of massive errors in that last game come out of Zest, and yeah, he's gonna regret leaving that game. I think probably a tiny bit of a rage quit there out of Zest. As yeah, that's gonna be it for today. If you did enjoy the series, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to don't forget to hit the like button. It helps me. Thanks to Ollie Molik Patreon for giving me this replays. Well, giving me, I paid for them, but still a big shout out to them and their league. This was from the Ollie Molik finals. Now you guys don't need to watch that anymore either. So I already ruined it for you. Amazing. All right, see you next time. Bye bye.